All right, folks, welcome to Give Me Five. You know all about Bush derangement syndrome and, of course, Cheney derangement syndrome and Palin derangement syndrome, and the list might be extended pretty soon. Anyway, George W. Bush, who has stayed out of the public light for most of Obama's 5 years, will never criticize Obama, has taken to painting. He paints. And by some estimates and some critiques, he's doing pretty good at it. Of course, the haters, those suffering from Bush derangement syndrome, are coming out of the woodwork, and they're tearing him apart. First of all, here's 30. This is a self-portrait of George W. Bush. You see the actual picture, and you see him. That's not bad. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's pretty good. Who knew this guy had that kind of talent? Who knows who's a painter? All right, so there's that. Now, there's this guy who writes for the Guardian. His name is Jonathan Jones, and our friend Tim Graham of Media Research Center made us aware of this. He calls W that monster, and he calls the paintings the art of Forrest Gump. Okay? His portrait of Putin, let's put up Putin, 31. His portrait of Putin looks like something you would find in one of America's trash-rich Salvation Army stores, so he's trashing America too, and buy to laugh at it. It's got a classic amateur clumsiness and oddity to it. Bush has attempted to render shadow and shape in stylish blocks of fawn and wood chip and cookies and cream, but they don't sit right, and the whole head looks mildly crazed. Perhaps this mad look is what is meant by revealing Putin's soul, but it seems inept rather than insightful. All right, let's go on. Let's go on to the next one. And here's from India, Moman Singh. And we can put that one up. We've got 32. I'll go on as we were. It looks as if Bush's art coach showed him paintings by no less a model that the great pop portraitist Alex Katz, whose semi-abstract, wide-eyed style and flat backgrounds has ham-fisted daubs vainly echo. But the result lacked coherence or vitality. This is the art of Forrest Gump. Bush derangement syndrome. All right, here's another one. Silvio Berlusconi. Look at this one side by side. That's pretty good. And there is a style to it. There's a style to it. How could you tear this apart? That's pretty darn good. So the guy writes, idiocy in the art has its charm. In the man who ran the free world into blood-stained buffers, those charms quickly sour. These empty-headed daubs look the work of someone you wouldn't trust to mow a lawn without cutting someone's foot off. What a stupid thing to say. Let's look at some more while we can here. Here's his George W. Bush painting his daddy, George H.W. Bush. There you go. I'll tell you, I would be proud to buy that and hang that. Man, are you kidding me? You want to see Hamid Karzai? Here's Hamid Karzai coming up next. Look at that. It's not meant to be an exact replica. It's not meant to be an exact copy of the photo. It's got the Bush style, whatever that is. And let's finish it out with Nouri al-Maliki. Pretty good. Pretty good. And so he specializes in world leaders. He gave one to Jay Leno on Jay Leno's show, a portrait of Jay Leno. Leno loved it. It was great. The hatred. Now that you've seen these portraits for yourself, are they brilliant? I'm not an art critic or whatever, but they look pretty good to me. I can't draw a straight line. For someone like Jonathan Jones to say it's the art of Forrest Gump, and to and then of course get the political shots in not only at President Bush but at America. Looking like this would be something you would find in one of America's trash-rich Salvation Army stores. We know where this guy's coming from. It's obvious. And unfortunately, there is no cure for Bush derangement syndrome. I'm sorry to say. He's probably infected for the rest of his life. So take pity on Mr. Jones as you read his nonsense now and in the future. And if George W. Bush wants to do a portrait of me, I would be honored beyond belief. On the Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television. Don't go away.
The Steve Malzberg Show.